Introducing first, making his way out of the Party Animals dugout, if Thurman Munson and Randy Macho Man Savage had a child, he would look like this man. Give it up for player coach Mike Fava Visits. He comes in this evening at 213 pounds of twisted steel and sex appeal. And representing your Savannah Bananas, he is the darling of Bananaland. Women want him, men want to be him. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome number 9, Noah Bridges. He clocks in this evening at 195 pounds of pure potassium power. And now home plate umpire Vincent Chapman with the face-off. 3, 2, 1, go!
Now, ladies and gentlemen, direct your attention towards the right field corner. It's time to meet the cast of your 2023 Banana World Tour.
Jesse Cole, the man in the yellow tux, leading the parade down the right field line with the Banana Band and the casting crew behind him. What a rowdy night it is here in Chickasaw Bricktown Ballpark in Oklahoma City. Welcome back into the broadcast booth. Biko Scala alongside Josh Cholewski. So happy to have you watching on YouTube here on a beautiful Friday night. You got to see the Party Animals line up a little earlier. Let's dig deeper into how they are lining up and what the Bananas have to offer as well. For the Party Animals, coming in at 15 and 11 on the tour, it is the switch-hitting center fielder Reese Hampton, hitting .396, tied with Bryson Bloomer for the tour high in batting average, also pacing all hitters in doubles and runs scored. Mr. Joe Lytle, the hometown kid, spent 4 years of college here in OKC as well, makes a return to the Big Friendly. Bryson Bloomer at third base, as I mentioned, tied with Hampton for the tour lead in batting average, also pacing all hitters in ribeyes, triples, and hit by pitches. Dalton Cornett cleaning it up and catching best ball four sprint for strikeout ratio on the tour, 16-7. Tanner Thomas in right field, hitting fifth, 3 steals at first base, leading all hitters, his .288 batting average. The average batting average for the Bananas. Chase Acuff at shortstop, 10th in on-base percentage in the tour at .371. Jason Swan holding down first base. 5 ball 4 sprints in his last 6 games. He's up to 11th on the tour in OBP, just 6 points behind Acuff. Breland Almodovar in the 8-hole playing left field. Comes in hitting .294. That just gets him into the top 10 in the batting average department. Sam Claycamp, the extra hitter, the player coach, 4 for 19 on the tour overall, but 2 for his last 3. In his third tour, he's starting to heat up. And rounding out the Party Animals order, Dustin Baber at second base. 3 triples tied for the tour lead and 6 straight games with a trick play for Derek Ginger. On the bump for the Party Animals starting tonight, Dylan Porter. 6 wins, pacing the tour, and his 4.67 ERA is third best. Let's take a look at how the Bananas line up against Porter. The Nanners 16, 18, and 2 overall, 11 and 15 and 2 against the Party Animals. It's the Dr. D.R. Meadows in center field, leading it off. 12 ball 4 sprints compared to 11 strikeouts. That is a Tyler Gillum guy through and through. Eric Jones, the first baseman, 9 homers on the tour, pacing all hitters. His 27 ribeyes and 1,035 OPS lead the Bananas. Michael Deeb in left field, tied for 6th on the tour with his .333 batting average, 8th overall with his .408 on base percentage. In the cleanup spot, Dan Oberst getting the extra hitting role tonight. His .360 batting average and .418 on base percentage pacing the Nanners. Also leads the team in doubles. Dakota McFadden DHing and hitting 5th in his 3rd World Tour. 6 ding-dongs overall, 3rd best. 3 of them have come in May. Jackson Olsen, the 3rd baseman, hitting 6th, has had a power surge as of late as well. 4 homers, 7 doubles, both tied for 5th overall. Ryan Cox, the glove magician, playing shortstop, hitting 7th, 57 for 59 in his trick play attempts. That's leading the tour. Bill Leroy, the catcher, hitting 8th, 12 ball, 4 sprints compared to just 6 Ks. That is the best ratio on the team, 2nd best overall. Danny Hosley hitting 9th and playing right field. He's been great at the dish, even better on the bump. 1.5 ERA is over 2 runs better than anybody else. And Matt Wolf at 2nd base and playing just an hour north of his hometown of Joy, Oklahoma. Also calls Oklahoma City home nowadays. And Jared Donaldson, only 3 earned runs over his last 9 2/3 innings pitched. It is a heck of a matchup between the Nanners and Party Animals tonight. And for the Animals, the thing that stands out the most is Jake Skoll not in the lineup tonight for the first time in the 29 games that they have played. Unfortunately, tragically, Jake's father, Mike, passed away. It is as heartbreaking as it gets. Hopefully, Skoll will be back in the lineup tomorrow night, but Mike is a guy who raised 2 affiliated baseball players. Skoll, a 1st-round draft pick. His brother, Matt, a 5th-rounder who got up and played for 2 seasons with the Chicago White Sox. Mike taught those guys everything he knew and is beloved by his family and all of us in Banana Land. So we play tonight with a heavy heart. We are thinking about the Skoll family, and as devastating as that is on a macro and a micro for our ball game tonight, it's tough for a Party Animals lineup, although they combined for a whole lot of runs and hits last Saturday.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And first of all, my condolences to the Skoll family, but Jake, everybody, we're thinking about you and you're in our thoughts and prayers. But yes, Bika, the Party Animals had a great offensive game in Vegas Game 2. They were on the verge of being swept by the Bananas, but they came out and scored 15 runs on 20 hits. That offense only struck out 1 time all night. They got to Kyle Lewis early, and they got to the rest of the Bananas bullpen as well. It was a very complete effort.
And Skoll was 3 for 5, a double short of what would have been the 2nd cycle in Banana Ball history. He has the 1st. For the pitchers tonight, Dylan Porter against Jared Donaldson. Porter's been one of the best pitchers on the tour. Donnie has been phenomenal since the start of April.
I mean, you could say that these 2 guys are the current aces for both of these squads. Dylan Porter settled in really nicely. I mean, look at the numbers right here, the stats since April. Dylan Porter, 5-1. Donnie with the 500 record. Both guys with ERAs around 4.5. And, you take that with the tour average, earned run average, it is 6.19. So both of these marks really great. And the MPIs, of course, terrific. Jared Donaldson, 4 minutes and 15 seconds. Dylan Porter, 4 minutes and 19 seconds. Really similar, and those are great numbers when you consider that these guys are starting pitchers going out there and throwing multiple innings. And by the way, the Bananas, they struggled with their MPIs in the last game against Vegas. The Party Animals offense just too much for them. Having a guy like Donnie out there should really get them back on the right track here tonight.
Oh, it is as good a matchup as you can find in Banana Land around these times. Okay, we are in the capital of Oklahoma. We have 3 Oklahoma boys on both rosters. Tyler Gillum, the head coach of the Bananas. Matt Wolf playing 2nd base tonight. And Joe Lytle getting the DH spot for the Party Animals. We're going to have Lytle up in the booth. We're going to have a mic on Tyler Gillum. We'll chat with Matt Wolf tomorrow night. It is awesome to be in the big friendly. And let's throw it down to the field where we're getting the tail end of the Bananas lineup that we just unveiled on the broadcast.
In right field, number 18, Danny Hosley. And at 2nd base, number 4, hometown boy from Oklahoma, Matt Wolf. On the mound for your Bananas, number 21, Jared Donaldson. Your Savannah Bananas are managed by Tyler Gillum and Adam Virant. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing and remove your hats. Here to honor America with the singing of tonight's national anthem, please welcome Zach Collier.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, see, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Welcome in to Game 37 of the 2023 Banana Ball World Tour, loved by our good friends over at Zappos. It's the 29th battle between the Bananas and the Party Animals, the two rivals at the center of this grand experiment. The boys in black and pink, 15 and 11. The Bananas 16 and 18 overall. Both teams have a pair of ties. That will never happen again in Banana Ball history as our young sport continues to evolve. Let's take a look at how the Bananas line up defensively. Behind Jared Donaldson. From left to right in the outfield, it's Dee, Meadows, and Hosley. In the infield, Olsen, the glove magician, Ryan Cox, our World Tour leader in trick plays, 57 for 59. Wolf and Jones over on the right side, and Mr. Bill Leroy, the Prince of Banana Land, behind the dish.
I mean, Ryan Cox obviously stands out. 57 trick plays. He's got a streak of 4 straight games with the trick play, 9 of them in that span. And by the way, Matt Wolf, before evolving into the Bananas trick pitcher, played some middle infield for a good chunk of his career. You can expect a between-the-leg speed to Ryan Cox or to EJ over at the first base bag.
Yeah, the hometown kid, the firefighter, and an EMT here in OKC is sure to show out at second, and the back-flipping DR Meadows in center should not be forgotten. He has double the amount of trick plays of any other outfielder on the tour. You can see Hosley has half of it over in right field. Breland Almadova the same for the Party Animals. At the center of the diamond, Mr. Jared Donaldson, the 2022 Coastal Plain League champion, an All-American at Georgia Southwestern University a spring ago, and the splitter specialist. Just barely over the half 100 mark on innings pitched. He's gotten the MPI south of 5 minutes. 39 strikeouts, 23 sprints, 61 hits, and the 6.97 ERA looks bad at a glance, but boy, has he been good as of late.
It's quite deceptive. Jared Donaldson here in the month of May alone, 2 wins, 1 loss, and those 2 wins, the only 2 he's picked up on the season. Across 3 starts, 15 and a third innings pitched, and how about this? 7 points earned for Jared Donaldson in the month of May. That's more than he had all of February, March, and April combined.
Here's Jesse Cole.
Different here in Banana Land. So on 3, I need every single person here to yell, "Start the clock." 1, 2, 3. Showtime.
Showtime indeed, Mr. Overmodulated Jesse Cole. Goodness gravy, just blasted my eardrums off. Here's how the Party Animals line up against Donnie. Hampton, Lytle, and Bloomer due to swing it. Cornett in the cleanup spot. Thomas, Acuff, Swan, Almodova, Claycamp, and Baber round out the order. It's the switch hitting center fielder leading us off tonight here in the 405. And Reese, always swinging early and often. 12th round draft pick of the Detroit Tigers back in 2018. And the .396 batting average and 41 runs scored you saw on the graphic there, both pacing the World Tour, although Hampton tied with his 3-hitter Bloomer in the average department.
And I mean, 5 of his last 6 games have been multi-hit efforts for Reese Hampton. He's swinging the bat better than anybody right now.
He drives that one to right. Danny Hosley has a beat on it, loses the cowboy hat, finds the ball. And a fly out to start Donnie's evening, who got the first 3 retired in order a week ago when he threw in Sin City. See if he can get through the hometown kid. Mullet shaking in the left side of the batter's box. Half night off for Lytle. Grew up in Oklahoma City, spent all 4 years of his collegiate career at OKC University. And Mr. Hosley once again there to make the catch. Bats that one up in the air, barehands it for his 10th trick play in as many tries on the tour.
What an excellent play by Danny Hosley. When we've seen him roaming the outfield, that's been his go-to trick play. A cute little bat off the glove, and man, that one never gets old. Very impressive.
Whether he's been in right or at second base, he's been sturdy defensively, and of course he's been the best pitcher on the tour as well. Like a front door slider there from Donaldson. You don't see that every day against his 22 Bananas teammate. As Bloomer, as I mentioned earlier, hitting .396. That ball's caught by a fan! Oh, a youngster made a phenomenal play as high up as you can be in Chickasaw Bricktown Ballpark. Superb snag!
I mean, that one coming right back towards us over on the right, or the first base side, and what a great snag, reaching out, making that catch. Jared Donaldson with an MPI of 1 minute and 40 seconds.
And another remarkable start to Donnie Day as he's fired up in the dugout at 1 minute and 42. Top of the first inning is the 19th fastest inning in banana ball history. This is the 67th game all time. Take a look at how the Party Animals line up defensively. Almodova, Hampton, and Thomas left to right in the outfield. In the infield, Bryson Bloomer, who you just saw pop out to that fan. His 17 trick plays are 4th best on the tour. Chase Acuff has been superb, 9 for 9 in his attempts at short. Dustin Baber, 30 for 32 at second. He only trails Ryan Cox in the trick play department, and Jason Swan over at first, DC3 behind the dish.
And it's the up-the-middle combo of Baber and Acuff that really get the Party Animals going in the trick play department. And man, I've been speaking with Dustin Baber, and he continues to hint at a great double trick play he and Chase Acuff are looking to pull off. And boy, it might just come here in Oklahoma City this weekend.
They have been incredible up the middle for the boys in black and pink. Dylan Porter, the man on the bump for the Party Animals, as you see the tail end of a toddler race, which was rather uneventful. You never know with the youngsters. Porter on the bump. You take a look at the 4.67 ERA. It does not shine in the baseball world. In the banana ball world, it is incredible. 3rd best on the tour. Only Delano and Hosley are better than him in the earned runs department.
And in the last start for Dylan Porter, 4 innings pitched. He earned a point in every inning, and he averaged an MPI of 3 minutes and 31 seconds, picking up yet another one of his tour-leading 6 wins.
Hard-throwing righty goes up against Meadows, Jones, and Deeb here in the first inning for the Nanners. Dan Oberst, the cleanup man, McFadden, Olson, Cox, Leroy, Hosley. Oh my gosh, Joe Lytle scared the absolute dickens out of me in the booth. What an entrance for the Party Animals DH. As Porter gets after it on the mound. DR 2022 Coastal Plain League champ with the Nanners, and Mr. Joe Lytle in your hometown growing up. 4 years collegiately here as well. How cool is it to see Chickasaw Bricktown Ballpark sold out?
Chickasaw, yeah, it's great. You know, it's insane. The only time I've ever seen this place this packed was whenever Clayton Kershaw came in through here in 2017. It's absolutely insane.
So were you in the building for that rehab start?
I was. I was sitting right behind third base. And after he gave up the home run and he finished that inning, I heard the select word he yelled into his glove.
Wow, that's pretty fun.
It was interesting.
What a special moment there. Payoff pitch coming to Meadows. The center fielder for the Nanners comes in hitting .327, a .409 on base percentage as he gets around on that tough hop for Bryson Bloomer. Was scolded well, very tough play. Josh Talevsky, our official scorer.
Hit.
Yeah, I actually agree with that.
Okay.
We are hitters, scorekeepers, Joe.
Fair. I like that.
A lot of chutzpah on that, and
It's a good name.
really tricky bounce there
like
for
that
the
word.
Boomer. Thank you. A little Yiddish.
Yeah.
You don't hear a lot of Yiddish here in the Big Friendly, I imagine.
No. None. Wow, it's guys, there's no breeze up here. It's kind of hot.
It's toasty, right?
Whoa.
Bad night to wear a long sleeve shirt on Big Tiger Friday. 2-0 count on Eric Jones, the home run leader on the tour with 9 of them.
You look good in that shirt, though.
Thank you so much. By the way, looks like we got a little picture-in-picture action.
Beautiful. We love that.
Welcome into the broadcast booth.
Oh, throw him out. Ooh, it's close.
Yeah, good one-hop throw there from your counterpart behind the dish. Been splitting just about every game with Dalton Cornett. How cool is it to be a part of that catching tandem?
Oh, dude, it's crazy. I mean, Dalton Cornett's such a talented player, man. Like, being able to split time with him is absolutely unreal.
Meadows now 13 for 17 on the tour in his stolen base attempts. 3-0 pitch right down Broadway.
Good call, Vince. This is a nice view you guys got up here.
It's majestic.
That's, yeah. Dang it. Throw him out.
Lineman to right.
Throw him out.
Couple hops.
Oh. Okay, he didn't go.
Yeah, stop sign for Mr. Meadows from Tyler Gillum. And
Smart.
That was a smart move.
He would have been host.
Good chuck in from Tanner Thomas. So the inning-winning run 90 feet away. EJ, who came in hitting .333, a .412 OBP, continues to stay hot. And now Michael Deeb with 8 walk-offs on the tour.
Deep swings that thing, man. I don't know. We're not looking good. We're not looking too good right now this inning. But, you know, it is what it is. It's a long game.
That's a fact. He also comes in hitting .333, tied for 6th overall. Racing in, trying to make the sliding catch is Reese Hampton. That was the only way to prevent DR from scoring. Nanners up a point 1 inning into the ballgame.
It's the only play he had.
That's a fact.
It's a good effort by Reese Hampton right there. He's such an amazing outfielder, too. Usually he makes that play. It happens.
Michael Deeb gets his 9th walk-off on the tour. Singles for the first 3 guys. Not the start that Dylan Porter wanted, but I'll tell you what, he's been terrific as of late, and
that he has.
There was nothing different about his performance on Saturday night.
Yeah, that's right. Dylan Porter coming away with his first showman of the night here in the first inning. He's going to get the game started with a little bit of a strikeout. The Party Animals would go on to win that inning. And then Porter here again striking out Jackson Olsen. And now a ground ball chopped to Porter. And how about this? Between the legs on a trick play. Porter, he'd have 2 trick plays tonight. I think you might see another later. Now, we've got a little bit of a lightning delay, and Dylan Porter still coming out and boogieing. 44 minutes of lightning delay, and Porter comes back out, and there you go, his 2nd trick play, right when he's back into this game. 2 between the legs snags. And now facing Dan the Man Oberst, ground ball, Jason Swan. He's going to get a nice double play turn covering the bag there. And Porter would exit after 4 strong innings of work for the Party Animals, picking up yet another win. Yeah, I mean, even striking out a Vegas Golden Knight. I mean, that's pretty awesome. Dylan Porter with an excellent outing once again for the Party Animals as they split the series with the Bananas out in Las Vegas last weekend.
Excellent first base stretch by him also.
Yes.
That was impressive. He needed that stretch to get that out.
On the rare 3-6-1 double play.
Oh, yeah.
How much of his 4 innings of 1 run ball with a weekend high 3 strikeouts do you think of that credit should go to his catcher?
Oh, every bit of it, you know? I mean, I don't think it's like just like 90%. I think it should be like all 150% maybe.
How about the jump pitch there?
That was insane. What?
From D.R. Meadows coming in from center field.
What just happened?
He hops over Donnie, throws it outside. DC3 watches it into the mid of Bill Leroy, and it'll be ball one. And the cut and a miss on the splitter is, you got another half a glance at the leapfrogging of Mr. Meadows of his starting pitcher.
That was impressive.
Yeah, that guy's got hops.
Yeah, he does. He does some crazy stuff out there.
4-5-6 for you guys. Dalton Cornett, Tanner Thomas, and Chase Acuff due to swing it here in the top of the second inning.
DC might put a charge in this one. I don't know.
He's got 4 bombs on the tour, tied for 5th overall. DC3 in his second tour with the Party Animals. It's been superb. Comes in hitting .356, a .438 on base percentage. That one on a hop. Ryan Cox between the legs kisses the ball. He is 58 for 60 on trick play attempts, leading all fielders. The Magician doesn't fool around.
No, he doesn't. Anytime that man gets a ball hit to him, he's trying to do something. I don't know when the last time I saw him make a regular play was.
Now it'll be Tanner Thomas.
Oh my.
Yeah,
Go behind Tanner.
Heater spins him around. Have they done that to you before on the tour?
Only twice. I had to check my shorts the first time. Second time, I kind of, it was okay. Matt Wolf. Between the legs. Oh my goodness, what a throw between the legs. That dude has so many tricks up his, what are those, overalls?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, when you can learn to throw a ball between your legs from the pitcher's mound, it's really no problem from second base to first base.
Yeah,
4 trick plays now on the season for Matt Wolf.
But versus on the mound, he was moving to his left the entire time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's an impressive job by our resident rodeo clown. All 5 guys have been retired for Donnie, 3 of them on trick plays.
I mean, yeah, I guess, but like, I don't know, the one to right, does that really count as a trick play? Like, I feel like, it's just a little pop.
It's a pop, but it's a pop up to yourself. There's a degree of difficulty there.
I feel like popping it up to someone else, maybe?
All right, well, you have our official scorer of Banana Ball right here, Mr. Josh Chalevsky. So you've got the right guy on the mic with you.
That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to fight for myself here. I don't know.
Joe, what I'm gonna rule is a trick play there for Danny Hosley,
I
and
already know what
possibly
you're gonna
advise you to pop one up to yourself sometime.
Hey man, I've had one catcher pop opportunity, and there was a runner at first base, and I did not feel like doing that. So.
Yeah. That was good field by you. Eric Jones snags that one, a 2-minute and 37-second second inning for Jared Donaldson. Let's take a look at a couple of the trick plays that made it possible. First to Ryan Cox, between the legs, kissing the ball. Only one trick play there, but it's nice to see a couple different moves being pulled off, and then there's the between the legs fire from Mr. Matty Wolf. Welcome back up into the broadcast booth. Pico Scala, Joe Lettle, Mr. Josh Chalevsky. What a beautiful evening for Banana Ball.
Yes, it is.
And Josh, I believe we have some advanced statistics coming from you here.
Yes, that's exactly right. We talked about OPS Plus last weekend in Las Vegas. Now we are actually going to dive into ERA Plus, sort of a similar concept. And I think it'll be easy for the people to kind of pick up and understand here. So, by yours truly, once again, let's get into this. So, I'm not gonna look. The crew actually did not sabotage this, but I needed to take this moment to show that I will dominate Kyle Lewigs in Mario Kart in the future. He kind of challenged me last night and had me in a vulnerable position.
Yeah,
really rubbed it in, and I just want him to know that I'm coming for him, and he should be in trouble. But anyways, ERA Plus.
Right.
Yes. We'll get into it here, and as you can see, Dylan Porter popping up.
That's a good-looking guy
He's
right
going
there.
to be the example for ERA Plus. ERA stands for earned run average. It's how many earned runs are given up per 9 innings. Now, ERA Plus normalizes that player's ERA and compares it to the rest of the league. The number 100 is always the league average ERA Plus. Anything above 100 is good. Anything below 100, you would consider needing some improvement. And for Porter, again, you see the formula here. 6.19 the league average divided by 4.67 his ERA times the ballpark factor. You get 122, saying that he is 22% better than the average banana ball pitcher. And as you can see, he's going to work here against Dan Oberst in the bottom of the second with an 0-1 count.
Yeah, heater cut on and missed, and you've gotten an up-close and personal view at it, Joe. How much fun is it to catch Dylan Porter?
Oh, dude, it's really fun, man. He works fast. He works hard. The guy just loves attacking people. Like, I'll throw down some off-speed stuff here and there, and he's like, nah, give me the fastball. It doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter the count. This guy wants to break bats, blow doors, do his thing. Also, I just wanted to point out, it's really awesome to see Dan Oberst back in the lineup, man. He is a great hitter, man. He's super tough to call for, you know? I don't really know how to call to that guy.
It ends up being the heater to take care of him there. The Bananas leader in batting average, OBP, and doubles, as well as tied for the team lead in steals at first base, goes down swinging. Porter, fastball, curveball, slider, changeup to round out the arsenal for the pride of Oakland, California. Royal walk-up to the dish for the Rocky Point, North Carolina native Dakota McFadden in his third World Tour. D-Mac with 11 walk-offs overall. Niners for the second straight inning. Just need one run to win it. And in a pretty similar spot against Garrett Delano a week ago. He hit a bomb to win the second inning, 1-0.
And that was his third home run in the month of May. He's got 6 total here on the season. Half of them have come in May alone.
Roomy!
Here in OKC?
No, in Savannah. He's my roommate in Savannah, Georgia.
How about that? That one poked out to right. Tanner Thomas under it, makes the catch.
Looked like he didn't know where it was at first, you know? Is that a trick play?
I don't think so, no.
Josh?
Are you patronizing me right now, Joe?
I would never do that. I don't even know what that word means, but no.
It'll be Jackson Olsen. Last chance for the Nanners.
Has 1,300 more TikToks than Noah Bridges. That is hilarious.
Done by yours truly.
I love that.
I appreciate that.
Who has the more followers? I know Jackson does, obviously, but...
Yeah, when you've got north of 1 million on TikTok alone.
That's fair.
It's tough to keep up with him, and boy, came in hitting 326.
What a swing from Jackson right there.
I mean, how about
Guy's been hot lately, I feel like.
He's got the 9th highest batting average on the tour.
Wouldn't you know it, but Jackson Olsen's batting average in the second inning alone is .591, and it just went up. It is probably above 600 now.
Wow.
He's pinch run for by Malachi Mitchell. To the 7-hole we go. Ryan Cox says there's a check on Flash the Kid. In his third World Tour, Malachi, the son of Dennis Mitchell, gold medal Olympic sprinter for the United States. Malachi pacing all base runners, 31 for 33 in his stolen base attempts.
Good job to hold that runner right there. Good throw. Oh, he just barely beat it.
Randy Voss, the base umpire, alongside Reggie Liggins tonight with the call on the bang-bang play. Malachi now 32 for 34.
It's a good throw, good hold. Gave him a chance. That's all you can ask for as a catcher. Just give me a chance.
Now the inning-winning run in scoring position as the heater grazes the outside corner. 1-2 count on the glove magician. Porter with the hesitation, the pistol squat.
Trick pitch, right?
And that one flicked out to left. Yeah, counts for me. Breland Omadova there. Nothing tricky about that snag with the
Mr.
inning.
Trickmaster himself. What is the official ruling on that? Is that a trick play?
No trick play on that one.
Trick pitch, not a trick play.
Do you get extra juice factor points for trick pitches?
I'm not keeping track of the juice factor in the slightest. As you get another look.
Are we still doing juice factor?
I think Viro is, but that's above my pay grade.
We got energy drinks once, and then we haven't heard about the juice factor since then. I don't know.
All right, we'll get back into this riveting discussion about a stat that the world has never seen outside of the Banana or Party Animals locker room after Maceo and the boys boogie out behind the mound.
Getting after it.
Vinny DeRubius out there. Joe, you're due up 6th in this inning, so we'll let you go in a second. But first off, I have to ask you about hitting the first ever home run against Dakota Stilt's Albritton in Vegas.
Yeah, man. To be completely honest, I wasn't ready. I was singing. I was singing "Baby" by Justin Bieber, singing my heart out. I have my face to the crowd, and I just hear Bill Leroy go, "Hey, he's about to throw it," and I just turn around and pitch is on its way. I'm like, "Oh God, pick up, swing, wow!" You know, it's surprise. Oh, barrel up the middle from Jason Swan. What a piece! That was probably 105 off the bat.
First man to reach for you guys.
Yep, we needed it. Needed it.
5-year man out of Georgia Southern, starter all 5 years in Statesboro. Getting the Party Animals off to a good start here in the 3rd inning. Now Breland Almadova in his 2nd tour. The left fielder for the Party Animals will swing it. Yeah, I wrote in my weekend recap posted out on the Bananas Facebook and Twitter page, I don't think you had your hands together on the bat for a full second.
I did not. I didn't.
Maybe you should try that more often.
So I had my left hand on the barrel and my right hand was out. I had my arms spread completely out. My left hand was on the barrel and my right hand wasn't even close.
It's one of my favorite highlights in Banana Ball history is Donnie brings in Wolf, Cox, and Meadows for a little synchronized dance, couple squats, and the heater misses up and out. 2-0 on the Stylin' Hawaiian.
All right, Biko.
Joe, thank you so much for making that trip.
Thank you for having me, Josh. Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it. Hi, Mom. I know you're watching at home. I hope you feel better soon. Hopefully you can come to the game tomorrow. I love you.
Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you, Joe.
Welcome home, Joe.
There goes the Party Animals designated hitter, not only in his home city, but the home of his college years. 2015 through 2018, Breland Almadova drives it down the left field line. Oh my goodness, gravy! 2-run bomb. It nearly leaves Chickasaw Bricktown Ballpark.
What an unbelievable swing from Breland Almadova. Speaking with Jared Donaldson, Breland is the one batter he has not been able to figure out at all for the Party Animals, and that is his first extra base hit that he's gotten on the road this tour.
Breland had 3 doubles before this, all of them in Savannah. And he gets his first homer in Banana Ball history for the 4-year man with the Arizona Diamondbacks organization in his 12th year as a pro. And boy, he did not miss that.
Now batting for the Party Animals.
That was as much of a no-doubt dinger as we've seen on the tour thus far. I'd put it right up there with Deeb's blast on Saturday night in Vegas and Dan Oberst's homer in Sugar Land, Texas.
And I mean, we saw during BP here in Chickasaw Bricktown Ballpark, the balls jumping off the bats of guys like Breland and Dakota McFadden. You had a feeling there was going to be a long ball at some point here tonight.
Donnie retired the first 6 Party Animals he faced tonight. And a single from Swan is the first break in the armor as Claycamp bounces it to Jackson Olsen from deep down the third base line. The greatest showman in Banana Land makes a nice play. And one down now here in the 3rd. But just like that, Swan with the single, Breland with the bomb, and it's a 2-0 lead in the runs department for the Party Animals here in the 3rd.
And really nice to see the bottom of the order able to create some of that offense there for the Party Animals as well. You know, Jared Donaldson's continued to get more and more confident every time he's gone out against the Party Animals. but he's going to have to think a little bit more about how to face that bottom half of the lineup going forward tonight.
Donnie had only given up 3 runs in his last 11 and 2/3 innings coming into this frame, as Dustin Baber in the 10 hole, the second baseman, sends that right back where it came from. And that's banana ball. And our mother sport baseball for you. You retire the first 6 guys, then you get to the bottom of the order. Single from the 7 hole, 2-run shot from the 8 hole, and a single from the 10 hole.
The 3-2-2 shows no mercy.
No, it does not. Back to the top of the order. Reese Hampton flew out to right when he led off the ball game. Switch hitting center fielder out of Charlotte, North Carolina. It's that a mile high down the right field line. Matt Wolf makes the call, and he'll make the catch. With a nice round of applause from the full capacity Chickasaw Bricktown Ballpark for the hometown kid.
I'll tell you, I had a slight feeling we were going to see a trick play from Matt Wolf on that pop-up, but he goes ahead and takes the safe out. Now 2 down for Joe Lytle, our man just up in the booth with us.
Good thing we let him go. Certainly had to cut it close as he tries to hold up on the splitter. Behind 0-1. Just like Hampton before him, flew out to right field his first time. Able to hold off on the splitter there. Donaldson, 4-seam and 2-seam fastballs. Splitters probably more than 50% of the time. We'll work in a slider once in a while as that one grazes the bottom of the knees. Baber off of first. 1-2 from Donnie. Drop to second, Matt Wolf. Cartwheel loses the ball, and that is the first trick play missed in 5 attempts for our resident rodeo clown.
Number 8, Bryson Bloomer.
Credit Joe Lytle with great hustle down the line there. You love the effort from Matt Wolf, and it's still a safe play to try and pull off a trick play with 2 down. And Bloomer coming up against Donnie, not the greatest numbers in this matchup.
The Boomer fouled out to a fan his first time. Made it up to the 3rd level here, where we are in the press box. And a young kid made it look, honestly, too easy. But now a hitter's count for a man tied for the tour lead in batting average. The Boomer also pacing all hitters with his 33 runs driven in. And ahead 3 balls and no strikes. 2 runs already home in the inning. And the 2-run blast from the Stylin Hawaiian. That one, pretty egregious call from Vincent Chapman. No way. This is not how the inning ends. Vincent Chapman just allowed Bryson Bloomer to be tagged out after clearly ball 4 was fired. And they're going to say that Bloomer was caught stealing first base, but it's just not the spirit of the rule here.
Yeah, I think I've got to agree with you. It's a really kind of tricky predicament. Bryson Bloomer clearly thought it was ball 4. I guess at the end of the day, you should just credit Bill Roy with good instincts to apply the tag on Bloomer and get the caught stealing.
Yeah, that one feels a little dirty. 2 runs do come in for the party animals, but they leave a couple guys on the pond. And Bloomer, who really, and I can't stress this enough, really should have just gotten his 10th ball 4 sprint of the year, would have had at least his tour-leading 34th ribeye, possibly 35, if Lytle could have scored from first. That all is taken away from him by a caught stealing of first base. That's a pretty bizarre one. Let's throw it down to Jesse Cole for some toddlerography.
Keep bringing it. Here we go. Oh, a cartwheel. Oh, good luck. Navy, how they doing? Keep it going, Navy. Keep dancing. All right, I like this move, whatever this is. Oh, let's keep it going, Navy. Another shuffle. They're doing it so good. Keep it going, Navy. Oh. Good luck.
this building to get those hands together for the catcher, number 1, Bill Leroy.
The Prince of Banana Land leads off the bottom of the third inning. Nanners lead tonight's contest by a point, but trail the inning by 2 runs. As it's going to be 8, 9, and 10 in Savannah's lineup. Leroy, Hosley, and Wolf due to swing it. Nanners catcher in his 6th year in the organization. 4 collegiately, year 2 now as a pro. Drives that one to right. Tanner Thomas, Bill's teammate in the 2018 and 19 summers, goes behind his back, and Tinder Thomas makes it look so easy. Beautiful trick play from the Party Animals right fielder.
That was an unbelievable play. It almost looked sort of uncomfortable for Tanner Thomas, but he's gonna hit him with a Michael Jordan-like shrug after pulling off the snag, interacting with the fans there. I don't think they could believe that he caught that ball.
Good work from Tanner. He's now 5 for 6 on his trick play attempts on the tour, and Danny Hosley, his counterpart in right, with a 1-1 count. A lot of real estate behind home plate, so should be ample opportunities across these 2 games here in the 405 for steals at first base. But you saw that thing ricochet just about halfway back to DC3. That thing a mile high into foul territory. Could be caught by a fan, but it actually can't because it leaves the premises. Hosley was peppering the stands and left during batting practice. Seems like the guys like how it flies here in the capital of Oklahoma. Count even at 2-2. And he only hitting .221, but a .346 on base percentage. Thanks to being tied for the team high with 12 ball 4 sprints, as that one gets the low outside corner, and Hosley caught looking. Second strikeout of the night for Porter. It's a good 2-2 fastball. Now it'll be Mr. Matty Wolf being rolled to the plate by Danny Oberst and D-Mac. How about the roar from the Sooners in the crowd as Matt Wolf is taught how to hold a baseball bat by Vincent Chapman. Matt from an hour south of here in Joy, Oklahoma, and swings backwards. Pull up the trousers and ready for an 0-1. Nothing but heat. Wolf 0 for 2 on the tour, has been hit by a pitch. Pistol squat from Porter, who nearly takes a tumble for the first time in his career here in Banana Land. That started in the summer series for the Bananas. Fires that one low and away. And even at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Really great take there by Matt Wolf, not chasing that outside fastball from Porter. Matt Wolf averages 4 pitches per plate appearance. He's about to see a 5th.
And now number 6 will be coming on a payoff. Good battle here by the man in the 10 hole for the Nanners, who are 1 strike away from losing their first inning of the night. And he fouls off the heater in on the hands.
Well, we saw in Matt Wolf's first at-bat of the season in Tampa, Florida, he went 7 pitches in this at-bat. He might go even further here against Dylan Porter.
Here comes the 7th of this run-in with DP, and he is tied up. Nasty heater. Looks like it had a few inches of break back towards the Bananas second baseman. Porter gets his second K in as many batters, 3rd on the night. And the Party Animals win the 3rd inning 2-0. They tie this game at a point apiece. The The Banana Band blasting away as we head to the 4th inning. Well, the band, terrific as per usual. And we kick off the top of the 4th inning. 4-5-6 for the Party Animals. Cornette, Thomas, and Acuff due to swing it. And Vincent Chapman calls time, dusts off the plate, and proves he is the singlest lady in Cinderella City. For shaking that keister like only he can.
Give it up for pitching umpire, Vincent Chapman!
Now, has Vince ever done 2 songs before? Because he switched it up from Single Ladies to something else. Have we ever seen that before?
You know, that's an excellent banana ball history question right there.
That was, because if so, that was a Chap mix.
Well, you had that one in your back pocket.
Thank you. How long?
Yeah.
Oh.
What did you think I said?
That was on the fly, man.
Really good. Look at you. Improv master up here. 2-1 count on Cornette. Grounded out to short his first time. Puts a little oomph into that one, but DR backpedaling. Makes the snag for out number 1. And now it'll be Tanner Thomas, the right fielder, grounded out to second. Back in the 2nd inning. .288 batting average on the tour. Same as the entire Bananas team batting average.
And you can see 25 runs batted in for Tanner Thomas. In his last 3 games alone, he has 6 runs batted in. Each of them, he's collected 2 apiece.
In a traditional batting stance. Still a hitter's count. Fouls it off out of the stadium. And he's worked it full.
Joseph Jordan, we have your credit card and customer service.
Winter Soldier wondering where the dancing umpire emoji is. That's a good thing for us to know. Put that in our back pocket as Tanner turns on that. Nice sliding stop by Hosley and Wright to keep Tanner Thomas to a 1-bagger.
Oh, that's an incredibly athletic play out in right field by Danny Hosley. That's why Tyler Gillum and Adam Byron love playing him out in the outfield when they can, is because you get that athleticism and the fact that he was able to limit Thomas from getting extra bases on that liner.
The best kept secret in Banana Land is Hosley might be the best catcher on either team. Hasn't caught an inning on the tour. because, of course, you have Bill Leroy, who's stupendous behind the dish. Eric Jones, amazing as well. And Hosley is just better used elsewhere. Chase Acuff through the 6-hole. Party Animals shortstop now 1 for 2 on the night. And once again, Donnie got the first 6 guys down in order tonight. But the Party Animals scored 2 runs on 3 hits an inning ago. Now, back-to-back knocks here in the 4th.
I think what we're seeing is Donnie struggling to get ahead in counts. It's really putting the Party Animals batters in favorable situations. It's been a big part of why they've been able to get some knocks early in this ball game.
The 7-hole in the lineup. Swan was the first man to reach against Donaldson tonight. Scored on the Breland 2-run shot. Styling Hawaiian waits on deck. And just like you said, Josh, 2-0 count here for Swan. Thomas off second, Acuff off first. Jared sneaks a fastball in there. And this play Swan pretty much straight up. Now a 3-1 count on the Jacksonville, Florida native. Florida men on second and first and in the box. Big pitch from Donaldson. Swan drives it to shallow right. Hosley hardly has to move a muscle, and that is a huge second out for Jared Donaldson.
Number 50.
That's a big out for Jared Donaldson, like you said, but he is not quite out of the woods yet. He's got to go up against his nemesis, Breland Almadova, here with 2 outs, looking to do more damage against the splitter specialist.
And the OPS plus of 69, whether it's nice or not, it does not tell you how valuable Breland is at the dish. I think the 294 batting average does a lot more than that, where if you hit 294 across a big league career, it's a decent chance you're going to reach Cooperstown.
Look, and Breland's consistent whether he's playing on the road or at home. He bats 296 in road games, 292 in Grayson Stadium. That's what you like to see from your left fielder.
Gets that one past the sliding Cox, but Michael Deeb playing shallow and left, able to keep Tanner Thomas at third base. For the Party and the 4th inning. And they won the last frame 2-0. Now the base is juiced for Sam Claycamp as they try to put a crooked number up here in the top of the 4th.
What a big spot for Claycamp to possibly get his first couple of RBIs on the season.
Sam nearly took out his coaching partner, Mike Vivacis, in the third base coach's box. Slamming Sammy. A banana back in the One City World Tour, now a Party Animal for the 2nd straight season. Rounded out to Olsen at third his first time. And the count even had a ball and a strike. Sammy, a 2018 collegiate banana. With Bill Leroy and Kyle Lewigs, as well as Tanner Thomas, who's 90 feet away from scoring, as that is a pass ball on the Prince of Banana Land. You don't see that from Bill Leroy very often. Maybe a cross-up between him and Donaldson. Looks like we're gonna have a little, I like to move it, some hip thrusting. Jake Lialios taking out his Party Animals with just a couple thrusts of the hip as Joe Lytle finally tumbles. And the Animals lead the 4th inning 1-0.
The guy's just got a magnetism about him, I tell you what.
Best hip thruster either side of the Mississippi. Healthy cut and miss. Count even at 2-2 on the Party Animals extra hitter. And another swing. And nothing from it from Claycamp. Gas from Donaldson. Strands 2 men in scoring position, but an unearned run. A costly pass ball on Mr. Leroy. As the Animals lead the fourth inning by a run, Nanners will need 1 to tie it and 2 to win it. As it's hey baby time here at the corner of Johnny Bench and Mickey Mantle Drive. Playing single A ball for the Atlanta Braves, Mr. Nick Klarna.
Now, Nick Klarna's that's the all-time favorite. I mean, that's the 1-1 if you get an all-time draft of Hey Babies.
Well, he's the first man who said, like many things in Banana Land, we can do this differently.
One of those outside-the-box thinkers. That's what they call them, you know?
It's not anybody out there you can bring into a locker room who will eat a live cockroach just to fire the guys up and then get an Exterminator sponsorship because of it, one of the first NIL deals in the country. Top of the order for the Nanners here in the bottom of the fourth. 1-1 count on D.R. Meadows, who singled and scored the inning-winning run back in the first. This one could be caught by a fan. No. Ends up landing up in that top level where it's about 2,000 to 3,000 seats back in the day. They've all been ripped out a couple years ago. So unfortunately unaccessible to us as DR on a hop. Chase Acuff between the legs. And he's now a perfect 10 for 10 in trick plays on the tour.
That was a seamless effort from Chase Acuff. It almost looked like he fielded that ball, and it naturally wanted to go between the legs of Chase Acuff. What a great play.
Had that glove in just the right spot. Nearly fielded it behind his legs. Looked like a rare righty-on-righty changeup. 1-0 count on Eric Jones. Singled his first time. Sends that one in the air to right center. Tanner Thomas moseying in, eyeing it up. Tries to go between the legs, under the leg rather. And comes up empty. He's 5 for 7 on trick play attempts on the tour, and the inning-tying run is aboard.
I applaud Tanner Thomas for the effort in right field, but I'm going to suggest maybe he schedule an appointment with Breland Almadova, who has become he's probably the resident expert in fielding it under the leg.
So Tanner's pulled that off. The old back leg between the legs as Malachi Mitchell pinch running for EJ. First pitch, swipe second. In Banana Ball, you can pinch run one time through the order. He's already swiped second once tonight. He now is a tour best 33 for 35 in stolen base attempts. Michael Deeb at the dish. Lifts that one to shallow left. Breland coming in, Acuff out. And the Stylin Hawaiian snags it for out number 2. Deeb walked off the first inning. His 9th walk-off on the tour with the RBI single.
Yeah, kind of surprising that Michael Deeb not able to come through for a second time. In the 4th inning, he bats .529.
Mind-boggling. Second time through on average for the man who you can pencil in to the 3-hole every night for the Nanners. Dan Oberst blasts that to left off the wall. Tying double. That's how devastating a missed trick play can be. It would have been a 1-2-3 inning for Porter. Party Animals would have 2 points and their first lead of the evening. Instead, the inning-winning run now in scoring position.
Michael D bats .529 in the 4th inning. Dan Oberst bats .529 against Dylan Porter. And last weekend in Las Vegas, he went hitless in a series for the first time all tour. It's great to see him rope a double and tie up this inning here in the 4th.
That ball was blasted to one of the deeper parts of the park as Dalton Cornett thought that heater caught the outside corner, sticks it for a little longer than usual for Vincent Chapman. Dylan Porter grabs some dirt, show that he feels the same sentiment. Count even at 1-1 on Dakota McFadden, who flew out to right his first time up. Dan still McFadden steals first base. He's tied Tanner Thomas for the tour lead with his 3rd time that he has swiped first.
Dakota McFadden has great banana ball instincts. When there's a wild pitch thrown to him, he's going to try and steal first base. He's very aggressive at that, and so far on the tour, it's paid off tremendously.
He has 4 steals in total. You can do the math on how many of those were of first base. Now Jackson Olsen with 9 walk-offs on the tour. Tied for 3rd. Check that. Tied for 4th on the Bananas. Lined a single his first time, then was pinch run for by Flash. That's a pitcher's pitch. Great frame by Cornett. There goes D-Mac, and he's 5 for 5 in stolen base attempts.
Yeah, nobody holding D-Mac on. It's essentially a walk-off situation as if it were the 9th inning for the Bananas. So the Party Animals just going to concede that base and really focus on getting the final out of this inning.
Chopped up the middle, gonna be a tough play. Acuff over to first, makes it look so easy. And he saves the frame. Party Animals defense allow Porter to give up 1 unearned run, so the inning ends a run apiece, and our ball game still a point apiece. 1-1 going to the 5th. Let's throw it down to the young professor for a grandma-grandson relay race. First time we're trying this, we'll see how it goes.
But tonight we're going to interview and audition some ring girls, some grandma ring girls, and the winner gets to be on the dugout doing ring girl duties in the final inning. They're going to show their stuff. It's a competition. First up, I've got Cindy. Let's see what you got, girl. Get down there, Cindy. Walk it out. She's got the moves. Go, Cindy, go. Yeah, Cindy. Oh, look at that. Yeah, Cindy. Too. All right, bring it in, Cindy. Bring it in, Cindy. All right, our next ring girl audition is Gloria. Go ahead, grab that card, Gloria. Show it to him. Get that ring. Oh, there she is. She's got sass. She's got swag. She's got rhythm. Oh,
got a jump ball to kick things off right at the mound. Looks like Donnie jumping against Baber. Here it is. Donaldson wins the tip to Olsen, Jones, Wolf, Cox. Behind the back, Donaldson on the bump, and the heater's outside.
Well, Donnie with a little bit of a height advantage there over Dustin Baber, and you got to credit, I love the throw around there by the Bananas. Donnie, I think, just got a little fast with the pitch, and that's why it missed outside.
Raises the bottom of the zone, 1-1 count on the Party Animals second baseman in the 10-hole. Single his first time, little excuse me, up the middle, going to be a tough play. Cox barehands, throws to first, in time, says Reggie Liggins, as the Party Animals from the dugout scream that EJ was pulled off the bag. For now, slap a star on your book for Coxie.
He's not just good at the trick plays, folks. He's an above-average defender, and EJ with a nice stretch. And I don't know about this one. I think the Party Animals might have a case here.
It was tough to tell from the two bonus angles we got. But anyhow, an infield single. If EJ was rolled off the bag, instead is a 6-3 put out. And to the top of the order we go. Reese Hampton lines that one to left center field. DR's got a beat on it, not going to get there in time. Tries to barehand it out of the air. Hampton sliding headfirst into second. That is a hustle double for the Party Animals center fielder. And what's he got behind the bag? It's like he's got some kind of mechanism. He's going to fire streamers out towards second base to celebrate his two-bagger.
Actually, you can say that he's celebrating a double there, Biko. I'm going to say that he's celebrating the fact that he just extended his hit streak to 20 games, the first player in Banana Ball history to have a 20-game hit streak.
Miraculous from the former Detroit Tigers product. He's 1 for 3 on the night. Now Joe Lytle at the top of the order. Hampton tied with Chase Acuff for the longest on-base streak in Banana Ball history. Acuff, with his single in the fourth, extended that to 20 games. And as impressive as that is, obviously doing it with a hit in 20 straight contests is even more impressive.
I mean, Reese Hampton has just been on another level for the Party Animals. There's a reason he's held down the leadoff spot for most of the season. He's the spark plug of this offense.
Lytle taps it up the first baseline. It is foul. Cute play by Mr. Leroy, though. 2-2 count.
And I'll tell you what, man, Reese would have really hounded me if I'd have jinxed his hit streak in this game.
Didn't mention it until the deed was done.
That's the goal. Because, man, I'm telling you, he talks about it all the time.
That's a bouncer inside of first. Hampton scores easily. Lytle trying to make it back-to-back doubles. He does so. EJ was trying to argue with Vincent Chapman that it was foul. And I honestly got to agree with Vincent. It looked like it curled just fair inside of first base. So Hampton with his tour-leading 13th double. Lytle picks up his fourth two-bagger. And his 22nd run driven in. Hampton scores for the 42nd time, leading all Banana Ballers.
And that double from Joe Lytle really shows you why the Party Animals decided to boost him up in this lineup. 6 runs batted in his last 4 games, and now a 4-game hit streak.
It's the highest he's hit in the order across 29 games for the Party Animals. And that is why catching is one of the toughest positions in all of sports. Leroy gets one bounced off his mask from his 2021 Bananas teammate. Looks like we're going over the ABCs here in OKC. As this one lifted towards the crowd, not catchable. Bounces on the SoFi sign.
Now, I've got to be honest, it's nice to hear the crowd sing their ABCs, and it's nice to know that I'd like to think they're doing it because they paid attention to my PowerPoint about the bananas alphabetical analytics.
That's right.
I did review the alphabet with everybody, if you recall.
Just 6 nights ago. Really drilling home the basics of learning here in Banana Land.
The educational impact BTV can have, man.
Chance for a fan on this one. It is not caught. And Bloomer, who was caught stealing first base on one of the most bogus calls we've seen on the tour so far this year. Let's call it as it is. Fouled out to a fan his first time, so he's had as tough a couple of trips to the dish as you can have. Well under that one, Ryan Cox grabs the homer in an elevator shaft as Lytle retreats back to second with 2 outs now.
That was a really good pitch from Jared Donaldson, deciding to elevate on Bloomer. He kind of swung under that ball, believe it or not, and popped it up.
Far too much launch angle. Bloomer hit the first homer of the tour off of Jared Donaldson back on opening night in West Palm Beach on February 17th. Feels like a different world. That's a cue ball down the third baseline. It's going to be foul. Wow! Oh my gosh! Bill off the kick pass for Jackson Olsen nearly got it on the fly to Donnie with a beautiful shot. Bill's a remarkable field goal kicker in college in Dublin, Georgia, his hometown. Still got the form. DC3 to left field. Michael Deeb gathers, fires it home as Lytle slams the brakes. And good thing he did for the party animals. That was a laser beam from Vitamin Deeb. Cornette 1 for 3 on the night now. Party animals have pushed at least a run across in 3 straight frames. 2 in the 4th. Check that. 2 in the 3rd, 1 in the 4th. 1 now here in the 5th. Men at the corners with 2 down and Tanner Thomas at the dish. 1-0 count.
And a great opportunity for Tanner Thomas to once again extend that RBI streak of his.
Tanner 1 for 2 on the evening with a run scored. As he expands the zone on the heater. Pretty funny reaction there is we cross the 7.5-minute mark here in the top of the 5th. Same pitch, same result. Lytle off third, Cornette off first.
From Donnie, he felt confident enough to throw it for a 3rd time, but Thomas, after checking with Vincent Chapman about the zone a little bit, felt comfortable enough going after that pitch and lining it into center field.
Taking control of your destiny. TC3 had an enormous jump. What a collision between Matt Wolf and Cornette at second base as they both had head-first slides going into the bag. And Cornette not at all fooled by the trickery, the hidden ball trick. You look at it again, that was about as unique as they come. So nice you see it thrice. Good job by them negotiating where the headspace was going to be, so you didn't have a smooch at second. Let's put a pass as Kentucky and Joy, Oklahoma converging real quick. St. Pete Kid in the box. Chase Akov takes the wild pitch as both runners advance. Now Cornette slams the brakes. He's coming home. Throw from Olsen in time as Donaldson there to cover the bag. Akov steals first for the first time on the tour. Cornette gets a little greedy. It makes the last out at home plate as the party animals will settle for 2 runs in the top of the 5th. And the Nanners have their work cut out for them as you take another look at the good play between Olsen and Donnie. Take a look at our score by the inning tonight. Nanners jumped out in front on the back of 3 singles in the bottom of the first after Donaldson got a 1-2-3 top half. Scoreless second, and it's been pretty much all Party Animals since then. 2-0 win in the third with the Breland 2-run bomb. Tied in the fourth, although the Party Animals gifted the Nanners that right with a missed trick play in right field, and now the Bananas will need 2 runs to tie the 5th inning 3 to win it.
And we've just seen a significant drop-off in the MPI times for Jared Donaldson after cruising through the first 2 innings with 1 minute and 40 seconds and then 2 minutes and 37 seconds. How about MPIs of 6:34, 7:22, and 9:16 here in the 5th inning?
Dylan Porter will be out for his 5th frame of work. Technically only has credit for 3 of them since he was walked off in the first without recording an out. And that's the main reason why you see the Party Animals pitchers averaging a whole lot less innings thrown than the Nanners. The beautiful arena for Banana Ball, Chickasaw Bricktown Ballpark is. We got a parking garage out beyond left field, and I'd say maybe close to 50 people or so are stacked up there all watching the game for free.
And I mean, you've got Split with a great seat here in the house, just sitting right near the center field, just in front of the batter's eye on the little berm area.
Right next to the 400 sign. Dead center, not the deepest part of our ballpark here in Oklahoma City. AAA home of the Los Angeles Dodgers. Oklahoma City Dodgers play here. And has a quick 2-0 count on Ryan Cox. 7-8-9 for the Nanners. Ryan flew out to left his first time. And the 3-0 heater finds the zone.
I'll tell you, man, for all the pride we kind of felt when we were in George M. Steinbrenner Field in Tampa, Florida, you feel that same sense of Dodger pride here in Oklahoma City with this organization.
And how about Breland Omadova catches that ball in his hat? Are you kidding me? We call him the Stylin' Hawaiian for a reason. And that was a phenomenal trick play to start the frame. I'm pretty sure we caught it in his hat. We'll need a replay to confirm it. Give me that again. Yes! No. Not at all. Take the trick play away. Took the hat off and just kept it at his chest. So Coxie, 2 flyouts to Breland, none of them spectacular. Forget everything I said. Just fired up for some sleight of hand.
You know what I've noticed? I've noticed over time, it's always left field that gets you.
Yeah.
Right field, you're perfect. You never miss a call. Well, left field, that little joker will get you.
It's got to be something about it, as that's a 4-pitch sprint for Bill. He's going to test the Party Animals defense. No. He's content with 1 bag as the boys in black and pink whipped it around their infield and outfield awful quick. Remember, when ball 4 is fired, a sprint ensues. And all 7 fielders behind the pitcher and catcher have to touch it before the ball is live. In the early days of Banana Ball, it was a guaranteed 2 bases. But since Eric Burns coached the Bananas on the 2022 tour, Bananalytics got involved. We figured out the perfect way to get it around the diamond, and it's no longer anything close to a guaranteed 2 bases. As you saw right there, as Danny Hosley nearly falls victim to the crowd. Bounces off a fan's hat.
And look, Bill Wisely staying at first because last Saturday in Las Vegas, the 3rd inning, he gets a ball 4 sprint. The Party Animals nail him at second base.
It's a fact. That ball lifted towards Tanner Thomas. He was 1 for 2 in trick plays tonight. Decides not to do anything fancy there, as there are 2 down. The innings tying run will be represented by the bat trickster himself, Mr. Alex Ziegler. Pulling out all the stops coming up to the dish. Misses a bat trick for the first time on the tour. We catch the tail end of that. Take a look at what he's done still early on in this season. 3 for 13. 3 runs scored. Played at the California University of Pennsylvania collegiately. And the count even at 2-2.
And the really random fun fact I like to point out about Alex Ziegler is, despite batting right-handed, he throws left-handed, and that's something I don't think a lot of people would expect from Ziggy.
The Vinny DeRubius. And he works his second sprint to the tour. Bill is off on the pitch. Party Animals get it around the infield. Bill gets a stop sign from Tyler Gillum. Wearing a Burt Reynolds and Celebrity Jeopardy-esque hat over there, coaching third base. Is that Turd Ferguson? Thing's enormous. Runners at the corners. Roy off third, Ziggy off first. Top of the order, DR. Soft tapper to third, Bryson Bloomer. Throws it across the diamond, no pick from Jason Swan. Throw behind Ziggy, he's back to the bag in time. And the 2-run inning lead cut in half. Now the tying man in scoring position as the winning runs at first is, you see, a pretty rare event there. Swan normally able to pick up his infielders as Bloomer snags only his 6th error on the tour. And now Ziggy will be pinch run for by Malachi Mitchell. 3rd time in 3 trips through the order that Flash the Kid has been utilized. Eric Jones with a 1-0 count. DR now 1 for 3. EJ at the dish, 1 for 2. Singled in the first, reached on a trick play, missed an inning ago. That ball ripped to left. Malachi racing around third base. Throw from Breland. It's a beauty, but late. And the Nanners, for the 2nd time tonight, have tied an inning up. And how about this? A little wedding-esque celebration with Malachi, the man of honor, shouting out to the full capacity Chickasaw Bricktown ballpark crowd.
L'chaim, my friend.
Well, Hava Nagila if they were playing the right song. Appreciate that, Josh. So now the inning-winning run in scoring position. EJ at first, doesn't matter much. To even the 3-hole. 1 for 2 on the night. Walk-off single back in the 1st inning. Reason why the Bananas have a point at all. And the count 1-0. A lot of extra pitches have been thrown tonight for Dylan Porter because of his defense. Party Animals came in with only 29 errors in 28 games played. Much better ratio than the Bananas, who had 50 errors in 36 games played. At 1.35 per contest.
I mean, we see the Party Animals, they're a little more error-prone on the road. They average 1.2 on the road compared to less than an error per game in Grayson Stadium. You're also less likely to see them try and commit trick plays as well. They will play it very safe in these unfamiliar ballparks.
We've already seen them miss 1 trick play. And 2 attempts tonight. And just misses the outside corner. Good frame by Cornett. Big 2-2 pitch coming from Porter.
What a situation for Michael Deeb. He's got walk-offs in 3 of his last 5 games. That includes tonight. And by the way, he hit his first home run since Jacksonville in his last game. It was arguably his best single game of the season. He had 3 runs batted in that contest.
He drives that one deep to left. Breland scooting back between the legs in front of the wall. Are you kidding me? If the styling Hawaiian doesn't come down with that, the Bananas walk the inning off. What a time to pull off his 10th trick play of the tour in 17 tries.
I mean, you talk about an absolutely risky play. Breland Almodovar with just a catch of incredible magnitude. If I'm Dylan Porter, I'm giving that man a big handshake or a hug when I get in the dugout. Wow.
And I'll tell you what, it's a quality at bat from Michael Deeb. That's a barrel from the Barrel King. Drove it all the way back to the 325-foot wall and left. Breland with a remarkable between-the-legs snag. He talked about him being the king of those earlier tonight when Tanner tried a similar play and came up empty. As we salute all the service members, both past and present here in the ballpark, we send that back to everybody watching on YouTube as well. The chats have been wild tonight. What a great Banana Ball debut in OKC. 13th of 33 stops on the tour, the 20th city all-time to be blessed with a live Banana Ball game. It's been a wild one thus far. Still 1-1. Nanners winning the first inning. Party Animals winning the third. We had a 0-0 tie in the second, a 1-1 tie in the fourth, a 2-2 tie in the fifth.
And we're seeing a lot of these runs that are not earned on Jared Donaldson or Dylan Porter. We've seen a little bit of some defensive miscues out there. But man, it has led to a wacky back and forth contest, even though this game is at 1 point apiece.
Yeah, it's the 1-1 score after 5 innings in the books. Does not do it justice. 42 minutes and change to go, with 4 innings still on the docket. Happy to see in the K-Club chat, people always excited when RBIs are called steaks on the broadcast. Becky, a big fan of that. Steve says there's always room for steak. Yeah, I could really go for one. Mickey Mantle's Steakhouse, right down the road from us, on Mickey Mantle Drive. As we're live from number 2 Mickey Mantle Drive. Jason Swan in the 7-hole for the 1-1 count on him as that ball caught on a ricochet. Does not count for an out. But good work nonetheless to that fan. Swanee 1 for 2 on the night. Single and a run scored. Peter gets the inside corner.
And how about this? Swan, 10 consecutive games where he's reached base, and he's got hits in only half of those contests. He's been phenomenal at just drawing sprints and finding ways to reach base, whether it's a hit by pitch or something else.
265 batting average, 365 on base percentage. And I know he did a lot for his batting average, especially in the month of May last Saturday.
Oh, no kidding. He entered Vegas Game 2 batting 125 in the month of May. When it was all said and done, he was then batting 333.
That's what a 3 for 4 will do for you, as that one bounces off the Bally Sports sign. A good battle here between Donaldson and Swan.
And I don't know if Jason Swan was aware of this or not, but the Jacksonville kid collected his first multi-hit game since March the 4th, coincidentally, in Jacksonville, Florida.
Kid from the South Side. Family originally from New York City. Cuts and misses. Healthy hack on a heater pretty much right down the pipe. The big first out for Donaldson. It's his second strikeout of the ball game. And the Bananas all gather for a synchronized bye. They're going to hold the pose as Briel and Almodovar getting in on the fun with Bill Leroy as well. Now we're good to go.
I think our game just glitched.
Scratch on the old DVD there.
I'm gonna eject it and wipe it on my shirt real quick.
Blow some air into our console. Breland 2 for 2 on the night. Homer and a single, couple ribeyes, as well as a run scored, obviously. Halfway to the cycle. That one raises the low outside corner. Pitcher's pitch. 2-1 count on the Party Animals left fielder.
We've seen Donnie and Porter all night get that outside corner call for Vincent Chapman. They've got to continue to try and expose that part of the plate to get some outs.
You'll see Vincent go low a whole lot more often than he will go high. Saw that happen to Bryson Bloomer earlier tonight when he thought he had an obvious ball 4, ended up leaving in for what he thought would be a sprint and then being tagged out in an attempt to steal first base. Certainly not his intention. Payoff pitch. Slapped into the mitt of Eric Jones, makes a nice leaping snag. Breland 3 for 3 in quality at bats, 2 for 3 in the box score. Here's Jesse Cole.
Sure. Dakota.
You heard the man in the yellow tux. Here comes the tallest man in all of sports. The pride of Ellaville, Georgia, in 7 1/3 innings on the tour, averaging 4 minutes and 20 seconds per frame tossed. A 1-to-1 strikeout to sprint ratio, which is incredibly impressive, and only 12 hits given up. He has stranded a whole lot of runners to keep that ERA below 5. A 1 count on Sam Claykamp. Extra hitter for the Party Animals, a ground out and a strikeout. And all smiles as the man on the mound and the man in the box, both One City World Tour veterans, teammates back in that maiden voyage of Banana Ball. Enemies for the last 2 tours. And a cut and a miss, 2-2 count. That ball driven out to right. Hosley will snag it behind the back for out number 3. His second trick play of the night, 11th of the tour in as many tries. Danny Hosley continues to impress with the leather.
What an incredible snag in right field from Danny Hosley. We have not seen him try and go behind the back before. It's a risky play, but what a play. I mean, Danny Hosley just continues to impress out in right field.
You get a look at the pitch by pitch here before Hosley makes the behind the back play on the run. That was something awful special. Okay, they've switched around the entertainment on us. You get the grandpa-grandson relay race now when it was scheduled a couple innings earlier. We're just happy to see it. Couple kids grittying towards first. And the grittying will continue towards second. Let's throw it down to the young professor.
And into second base. Granddads, get ready. Ray is tagged in. James is tagged in. Ray's in the front. Ray is 74 years young. James is 80 years young. He's grittying all the way. So smooth. It's like he's been doing it for years. Ray's going up. Oh, but James is picking up the pace. 80 years young. Here comes James. It's going to be close.
That's a keeper. Fans were thrilled with the grandpa's grittying home as Pico Scala, Josh Talevsky welcoming Kyle Lewigs into the booth. Mr. Cowboy Kyle, ace of the Savannah Bananas. How's your evening going?
It's good. We just ventured over. Actually, I just came back from the Hampton Inn and Suites across the street.
Wow.
We surprised a little girl whose family was watching from their hotel room. It was overlooking the ballpark. It was her birthday today. Went over there and sang her happy birthday, surprised her, and gave them tickets for tomorrow's game. So
That's quite
pretty
cool.
There was like 14 of them.
All right.
Just chilling and trying to look out the window and watch the game. It was pretty sweet.
Thick of the order for the Nanners as Dan Oberst fouls that one off. Played pepper with the right field wall, just barely on the wrong side of the line. Your 5-year teammate in Banana Land, 3 together collegiately, 2 as pros, and your roommate for the past 2 tours.
Yeah, I told him he hit the ball his last at-bat so hard I couldn't even follow it with my eyes.
That's why they call him Danny Barrels.
Yeah, I thought I had a chance of getting out and continuing to rise and hit the Let's Party sign out there in left center.
Another light for Dan as the foul ball not caught by a fan.
How's y'all's evenings been?
It has been magical,
Been
Kyle.
missing you guys down there. I haven't been doing a whole lot, except for cheering on these Nanners here.
Yeah, tomorrow's really when you make your bacon.
Yeah. Feel pretty good. It's going to be a cool one. This is a really cool ballpark, and I've got about 20 of the Lewigs clan that will be in the household tomorrow.
And I can't wait to meet them.
Backhanded by Acuff. No such chance. It's going to be an infield single for Danny Oberst, who doubled his last time. Now 2 for 3 on the night. And good to see the hits coming for the Nanners leader in batting average, on base percentage, and doubles.
Really legging it down the line. That's a promising sign to see.
Hammy's not looking half bad anymore.
Yeah, not too shabby from the old man. Oh, he's gonna steal bag. Look at him.
He's now 19 for 22.
He can't be stopped.
Only Malachi Mitchell, the professional pinch runner, has more. And the inning-winning run in scoring position as Lealios brings Baber, Acuff, Hampton, Thomas, and Almodovar in to Boogie. Breland and Tanner trade spots as that ball's destroyed to left center. And Danny Oberst can waltz home. Dakota McFadden, his World Tour leading 12th walk-off. Nanners lead the ball game 2 points to 1. And it looks like a little peanut butter jelly time at home plate. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at?
Where is it at?
There he go. There he go. There he go.
Peanut butter jelly with a baseball bat.
Yeah.
Good, Josh.
How about them apples?
I like that peanut
What
butter.
did I miss? I left in the top of the 5th.
Oklahoma City,
Let's take another look at the drive from D-Mac. That guy, when he...
Swinging it like there's family in town.
Yeah, that's a fact. Whenever he smells a walk-off opportunity, he absolutely locks in and taps in. Welcome into the broadcast booth, Pico, Josh, and Kyle once again. And Mr. Lewigs, have you gotten to be a part of one of these giveaways yet?
I think I was a part of the first one.
Okay.
In Savannah.
Wow, inaugural giveaway.
Yeah. Good.
So I don't mean to brag, but I'm kind of experienced in this realm.
That's good. Good to have you back in the booth for one of these. For everybody in the comment section, in the description of the video and in the comment section, we're throwing a link in there for where you can enter for a chance at a free pair of Hokas. The keyword tonight, drum roll please. Brick.
Brick. Where did brick come from?
Brick.
Brick.
Terrific. Brick
How do you spell brick?
Brick came from the fact that we are in Chickasaw Bricktown Ballpark.
That is correct.
In the middle of the Bricktown section of Oklahoma City.
Okay.
And it also came from the movie Anchorman.
B-R-I-C-K. Brick.
That's correct.
Thank you. Josh is our resident alphabetical expert here.
Yeah.
You continue to come up in the clutch in that realm.
Here
If
and
only
there,
you
you
were
know.
as good at Mario Kart as you were at spelling.
Don't do this right now. Don't do this right now, Kyle.
Singer.
Booth's getting contentious.
Yeah, as it is. It's DJ Invader's going to take over the mound, and Baber's going to shotgun a beer.
Okay. The OKC faithful really enjoy that. Mr. Invader, the third man to throw it for the Bananas tonight.
Now, the people think I just keep the stats of all the basic, things that happen here in Banana Land, but I do know for a fact Dustin Baber 1 for 2 in his last 2 plate appearances where he's come up and chugged a beer.
It's the advanced analytics that we truly pay the big bucks for.
1 for 3.
Nice job by Jackson Olsen. Is Baber also 1 for 3 on the night?
Look at that. I can keep stats too, Josh. How about them apples? And I can race.
It's great for you, Kyle. That's really cool, man.
If I could get you guys, if you're listening and watching the game, I'd appreciate it if you guys could drop your go-to character in Mario Kart. Mine is Toad, and I will tell you why every other answer is wrong.
Playing pinball up there in the second deck.
Really bouncing around. This is another great ballpark to get some foul balls.
Yeah, so far only 1 tonight, and it was Bryson Bloomer in the top of the first inning. Hampton, the switch hitting center fielder, 1 for 3 with a double and a run scored. The Invader, we do not know where he is from. All we know is he throws fuzz and has a nasty changeup. And there's another foul ball not caught by a fan. Why is Toad the best character in Mario Kart?
I mean, what's there not to like about him, He's Toad. He's the best. I feel like it speaks a lot about your personality, who you choose in Mario Kart. Like you're a Waluigi man through and through.
Wowee!
Yeah. So I don't know. I feel like Toad. Yeah.
I missed that.
I feel like Toad reflects my personality, and it's who I want to be.
Now, I'd like to note that my usual character was not in the game that we played last night. It wasn't an available option.
Hampton 2 for 4 on the night as he finds the 4-hole. Wow, who is this mystery man that you can play on the Wii but not the Switch?
It would be Diddy Kong.
Yeah, the worst character you could possibly.
Kyle, you're just saying that to rile me up, man.
I mean, God.
I know how you operate.
You could at least go Diddy Kong Jr.
Diddy Kong is the junior.
No, he's not.
Joe Lytle, the hometown kid, bounces that one off the press box.
There's a baseball game going on, Josh. Let's focus.
You dial it in, Kyle.
Keep this professional.
Hampton 13 for 15 in stolen base attempts. Lytle 1 for 3 on the night, an RBI double and a run scored. He drove in Reese back in the 5th inning. Continues to give his fellow Oklahomans.
I like that. That feels strong. So the first time you tried to use that tonight?
His fellow Sooners.
Yeah, there you go.
See, that's what I was going to say, but then the Pokes are going to get mad at you.
That's true.
Do you know the difference between the Pokes and the Sooners?
I don't know what a poke. I don't know what a poke
I know the difference collegiately.
Oh.
Outside of that, not exactly.
So are Pokes Cowboys fans?
Yes. Right?
Yes.
Oklahoma State.
Yes.
Okay. And Sooners, that just makes sense. It's pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah, Oklahoma State, yes. Or Oklahoma.
Just
Right.
OU.
Correct. How about this battle between Lytle and the Invader?
Yeah, how many pitches is that?
It's now 7. We will be approaching an 8.
This feels like 26.
Still only 1 ball thrown as you look down through the eyes of our banana panorama.
God.
And we will have an 8th pitch.
You got to flash something.
We will have a 9th pitch.
You got to do something different.
Hampton off first. And a 2-2 count. The Invader, as I mentioned, fastball changeup. He'll work a slider and cutter in there as well. And the count goes full. DJ making his 25th appearance of the tour, all of them in relief. Lytle sprays that foul. Rin in the chat says Toad is the best.
That's exactly correct, Bryn.
I was a big Toad guy.
As they say, money talks.
Back in the day, that's a fact. That ball ripped to right. And Hosley grabs it on a hop. Hampton digging towards third. He slams the brakes and pumps it into reverse, getting back to the bag in time, according to Randy Voss. And I think he made the right decision. Ryan Cox didn't agree with it, though. 12 pitch at bat.
13.
Baker's dozen as Bryson Bloomer on the first pitch he sees fires it over to Jackson Olsen. The ball bobbled. And Bloomer will reach on the E5. All at the hot corner for a reason. Bases juice for Dalton Cornett with just one away. Long wait from DJ the Invader. And a 0-1 count on the Party Animals catcher. 1 for 3 with a single.
Been batting .600 in the month of May with runners in scoring position. A very favorable situation here for Cornett.
Who are you rooting for, Josh?
You know, they teach you in journalism school to be an unbiased reporter, Kyle.
Interesting.
You buy it?
No, not at all. I think Josh roots for my demise every time I pitch.
I've never done that, man. Come on.
1-1. And a favorable count for Cornett.
Here we go, DJ!
That one.
Pitch there.
And it gets the outside corner, count even at 2-2. Hampton off third, Lytle off second, Bloomer off first. That ball ripped to right. Hosley gets it on a line and will fire it in. Bloomer has to stay put. That was a perfect throw from right.
Good. Now just got to make something happen with 2 outs here, and Tanner coming up to the plate. Where are you guys ranking Chickasaw Bricktown Ballpark on all the stops we've made so far? Because I'm a big fan.
This is our 13th stop on the tour. It's my favorite.
Really?
I love it. Obviously, George M. Steinbrenner has a special place in my heart as well. It was Chill City, emotional, of course, for my old grandpa Mike, but it's just, we're talking ballparks here. This is magnificent.
I mean, imagine it with that top section down the right field line opened up.
I know, we
Throw
got
a couple 2,500 seats up there.
We got to install some more seats. That ball ripped to right center. DR grabs it. Party Animals die by the barrel in the top of the 7th. The Invader loads the bases, no thanks to his defense, and gets the boys out of it. Nanners just need 1 run to win the 7th.
What a way to go out, death by barrel. That's crazy.
It was really impressive pitching by DJ the Invader, able to get out of that inning. And credit the Bananas outfielders, set up in great positions. That ball lined right to Hosley for the 2nd out, really put him in a good situation to set up, fire that ball home, and keep Hampton at third base. And then DR Meadows with the great jump, able to snag that one.
Still a 1-point lead for the Bananas as we turn Chickasaw Bricktown Ballpark yellow. A reminder, our buzzword in the Hokas giveaway, the link in the description of the video. The magic word, the buzzword is brick. B-R-I-C-K. Brick. Tell you what, the sun goes down late out here in the Sooner State. Still pretty light for 7th inning stretch.
Yeah, I'm not sure, anymore what time zone we're on or even what's going on anymore. What is this, Central Time?
You're right. We're an hour behind all of our friends on the
I
East
guess
Coast.
I should know that, living in Texas for a little bit.
But you had never taken the time to take a hop, skip, and a jump over to Oklahoma before.
Never. I guess I didn't really have much of a reason.
A really cool moment in Banana Land when everybody is yellow.
Yeah, really cool addition to the tradition there was the words on the screen with the spicy little video in the background.
Work Zach Frangelo and company.
Made me want to cry.
Getting better every day at this stuff. 37th of 87 games we're playing here on this 2023 tour as Jake Lialios out for his second inning of work. Get a quick look at his numbers there as he fires the changeup, hitting the low outside corner. Olson, Cox, and Leroy due to swing it. 6, 7, 8 in the Bananas order. And a flail and a miss on off speed once again from Lialios.
Two really good changeups to get the at bat going. Jackson was lacing balls in BP. You guys take a yard card this afternoon?
I haven't yet.
Saving mine for tomorrow.
You know you get one per day, correct?
Okay, well, you know, I'll dabble then.
One per game. I mean, I guess you don't have to, but I don't know why you wouldn't.
No, I appreciate your generosity, and I'll take advantage of it.
It looked like another changeup from Lialios. Normally it's just fastballs, a 12-6 curve, and a cutter from time to time. But those things biting away from the Nanners' third baseman, who's now 1 for 3 on the night. Jake gave up a single and a double to win the 6th inning for the Bananas. As Ryan Cox serves that to shallow left. Acuff called off by Bloomer. And a couple quick outs for the Tucson, Arizona native here in the bottom of the 7th.
And these are much needed outs for Jake Lialios. This is his 4th game that he's pitched in the month of May. He's allowed 3 walk-offs this month as well, so it hasn't been exactly smooth sailing for him. To get through this inning would be huge and keep the game knotted at the 2 points to 1.
That's a fact. Hold the door. That's what the party animals want from Lialios.
Hodor.
Big spoiler there, Kyle.
Sorry. I mean, it's been out for so long. I've even watched it.
Yeah, if Kyle Lewis has seen something, it can't be spoiled anymore.
Exactly.
For all our Game of Thrones fans out there. Bill Leroy, your catcher for, this is 7 years in a row, although
2 centuries, I don't know.
Yeah, you guys had a little halftime show when you ditched him for Jackson State. Both of your 5th-year springs. But 1 semester apart, you were back in Banana Land for your 4th summers briefly after that. Must have felt like an eon that spring, huh?
Yeah, we're going on our 4th house together.
Good drive there by Bill.
Oh my God.
It's gonna outrun Reese Hampton. And a stand-up 2-bagger. 3rd double on the tour for Mr. Leroy.
Goodness gracious.
Bill Leroy now with more doubles in his last 3 games, 2, than he had in all of the games before that.
Mind-blowing stuff. He did tell me he took some time after BP today to go in the cage and had a little Zen session with himself. Said he really got back to some of the stuff that he's been trying to get into. And I think it's working for him. He seemed very positive, which was fun to see.
For everybody keeping track at home, that's 1 double in the first 34 games, 2 doubles in the last 3. It's pretty impressive. He's finding that pop. Now Danny Hosley came into the game tied for the tour lead in walk-offs, but Dakota McFadden picked up his 12th on this young season. As Hosley drives that down the left field line and foul. One 2 count on the Nanners right fielder. Barely more than 15 minutes left on the clock. We have to get through 8 innings before that runs out. To start a 9th as that ball's driven to right center. Hampton on his horse. He's not going to get there. Hosley ties D-Mac atop the walk-off leaderboard. It is 3-1. Bananas as Danny picks up his 12th inning ender on the tour.
And Hosley has stayed hot with the walk-offs as of late. That gives him his 4th walk-off in his last 6 games.
Lialio's got a quick 2 outs, and then back-to-back 2-baggers. And the Nanners with a 2-point lead with 2 innings to go. Less than 15 minutes now on the clock. As you get another look at the walk-off and the ensuing celebration. As we head to the 8th inning, it is sheet race time. Black out in front early. Teal and lavender right behind them. Tan really far back in the rear. This is a 3-sheet race, and it is as tight as they come. Oh, Black stumbles. It's Teal and lavender. Teal dives for the victory. Photo finish as Gray comes in third and Black finally gets the finish line.
Yeah, Tan overtook Black. They started moving once they got going. It was good stuff to see.
Let's take a look at the ending once again. You got to leave it all on the line if you want to come away with a victory in the sheet race.
It's hard to even know if that was an intentional dive for the finish line or a trip. Either way, it really worked in Teal's favor.
Marty cheering on Bill in the chat.
I'd love you guys so much, but I would dust y'all in the sheet race.
That is the end of the Hoka giveaway. So for everybody who got that magic word in there and filled out the form, best of luck tonight. The winner will be notified on the postgame show. As you look at Matt Malatesta with the best mustache in the Central Time Zone. Just below 5 minutes on the old MPI in 19 2/3 frames tossed on the tour. And has been a whole lot better as of late than his disastrous start when him and tonight's starter, Jared Donaldson, were still trying to figure out the splitter with this yellow ball. Kyle, you've been trying to pick up a splitter. How has that gone for you, buddy?
I don't know anymore. I kind of gave up. I kind of strayed away from it.
You had a couple successful tosses with it.
I did, yeah. It wasn't too bad to start. I was really trying, as of late, I've really been trying to get back on, having my slider consistent the way that I want it to be. It kind of was the best it's been when we were in Tampa, and it's kind of pitter-pattered around a little bit and kind of fluctuated in my command and control a little bit. So I've been working really, really hard on that and, just trying to continue to pound the zone more, give my boys a chance to win.
Malatesta, your teammate when you took home the Coastal Plain League Championship in 2021.
That's the monster to you.
You threw the first 2 and a third innings of the decisive Game 3 against the Morehead City Marlins. Matt had 3 innings of scoreless relief.
See, I couldn't even tell you that. I have no idea who pitched after me after that game.
It was Hayden Harris.
I do remember that a little bit.
He threw the 3 innings between you and the monster. As that one tapped up the middle, Ryan Cox can't get there. And his counterpart, Mr. Acuff, the shortstop for the Party Animals.
Is that his 3rd hit tonight?
He's 2 for 3. He has also stolen first base. So on base for the 3rd time. Good night for the OBP. Already came in 10th on the tour in that category at 371. Now Jason Swan. Single his first time, fly out and a strikeout since then.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Very, very serious question to ask you right now.
Now 1-1 on the Animals' first baseman. Kyle, you've gotten to explore the surrounding Bricktown area here. What's your review of this part of Oklahoma City?
It's a cute little town, It's got about everything you could need. It's got a bunch of stuff that, I haven't seen before. I had my hand at Dave's Hot Chicken before the game today. That was really good. They have bird scooters everywhere here, which is the sickest thing ever.
And limes. We don't discriminate between scooter companies.
I'm a bird boy through and through.
Well, I'll take it or leave it. Bill doesn't know where this ball is, so another life for Jason Swan. He never found it up there.
I thought he was faking.
I thought he was faking it too.
That makes 3 of us.
Yeah. Guy's too much of a showman sometimes. No, it's been great. We went to a cool little brewery when we first got here to watch some hockey.
That ball turned on to left, but deep positioned well. Grabs the liner for out number 1.
It's just, everything you could need.
Yeah, the Bricktown Brewery, impeccable vibes.
Good food. There's good food everywhere here. It's been awesome. And everything, we're right next to the ballpark. We can walk. And you can walk to get any kind of food you want. So that's a big win in cities that we go to for me.
Reeling 2 for 3 on the night. Homer a single, couple ribeyes. We got to watch our Florida Panthers advance to the Stanley Cup Finals.
Correct, they are ours. That is my Panther.
For those who may not understand the reference, Kyle D.R. Meadows split. Zach Frangelo, our director of entertainment, and Adam Virant, one of the head coaches of the Nanners, all went bananas with the Panthers when they had a 2% chance of making the playoffs.
Quite literally turned their season around.
The rest, as the kids say, is history.
It is. And boy, has it been fun to watch.
They were down 3-1 in the first round against the all-powerful, best regular season team in the history of the NHL, the Boston Bruins. Won 3 straight there to come back as Danny Hosley. Nice sliding, rumbling, stumbling, tumbling snag. And here comes Jesse Cole.
Fans now coming to pitch. Former Major League All-Star, former World Series pitcher, and Red Sox Hall of Famer, 76 years young. Please welcome Bill, the Spaceman.
With 2 down and a man on first, Jesse makes the call for the 14-year MLB vet. A decade with the Red Sox where, as Jesse mentioned, he's a Hall of Famer. 1973 AL All-Star. Started games 2 and 7 of the 75 World Series against the Big Red Machine. And all of his fielders emulate the classic walkout and stretching routine of our 76-year-old legend.
Spikes the rosin bag, slings it right down the middle. And this is an interesting call here. I mean, we got 7 minutes and some change left here. Bill not known to work insanely fast, but always effective for the most part.
I mean, a 4-minute, 28-second MPI is nothing to scoff at.
Look, Josh, there's no scoffing from me. I'm just making observations here. That's what you're supposed to do. That's what they taught me in journalism school.
Oh, I'm going to have to schedule us a couples therapy appointment.
Sam Claycamp forgoes the helmet to snag a cowboy hat as Chase Acuff steals second base. He's now 5 for 8 on the tour in such attempts and is about to try and grab third in one fell swoop as well. Claycamp, the extra hitter, 0 for 3. Ground out, fly out, strikeout. And the count, 2 balls and a strike. Make it 2-2. By the way, congratulations to Sonny Knowles, who made the catch on the foul ball back in the top of the first inning. And thank you to Kurt Kessler, Daddy Kurt, for getting us that information. Another 2-2 to Slam and Sammy. The Leafus, bomb deep to left. Deeb right in front of the track, there to haul it in.
I think he got that on a phone. He's known to do that.
And Deeb will turn that into a souvenir. Jesse comes out to make sure that the full capacity Chickasaw Bricktown ballpark crowd gives our Red Sox Hall of Famer the props he is due as Mr. Christian Dearman, I'm sure will come in to relieve you tomorrow night, is adorned with Bananas shirts.
It's everybody's favorite promotion.
Yeah, well, the music has stopped, so obviously it's got to be over.
Think again, Pico. Here it is now.
We're still cooking. Daft Punk's back in business. Josh, it seemed like you took offense earlier when I said Matt Malatesta has the best mustache in the Central Time Zone.
Let me see that thing. Let me see it. Let me see it.
It looks good right now.
You haven't trimmed any of it. It's taking over your top lip.
Well, that's not true.
It is. But
that's
what mustache are designed to do.
Well, it's not taking over.
It's just the last time that I looked that closely into it, you had done some trim work, and it was about a 1/4 of an inch off the top of your lip everywhere. It's very fine line-ish.
It's hugging it tonight.
Yeah.
Not enveloping.
It's a good hug.
No, it's not enveloped.
good
But
hug.
it's kissing it.
Yeah.
I like that.
This is a smooch.
In my defense, it's awful tough to compete with the handlebar that Matt Malatesta's coming out there with. I mean, you've got a great, classic, thin, well-manicured mustache. He's got the chops, right?
Yeah, look, did I take offense? Yes. Do I think you're wrong? Not really. Not really.
Just hoping for a little friendly broadcast, bro. A little home cooking for you here. Dalton Malden's got over 10,000 friends in low places tonight.
The Songbird. I got to hear one of his unreleased songs for the first time today in the locker room. Sounded just like Justin Bieber. It was so good.
He's keeping some bangers from the public, huh?
Yeah, I think it was called Where I'll Be or something like that. God, it was beautiful.
Spoiler alert. Dalton's going to take off for first, and he's going to steal it. Pinch hitting for Alex Ziegler in the 10-hole. The man who just released Miss You, Love You has his first steal of first base on the tour.
That's how I feel when I'm never with you, Biko.
Couldn't agree more,
Miss you,
Kyle.
I love you. Me and Biko had the honor of sharing a hotel room when we got in early for this trip Wednesday night.
That ball ripped down the left field line. It's trouble. Reeling into the corner. He's going to dig it out. Malden's being waved around third. Relay from Acuff. Not in time. DR picks up his 11th walk-off of the tour. Manners have won their third straight inning, and they lead 4-1. Here comes the young professor.
Time for us to gaze up at the scoreboard. Right now, as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, the score is 4-1 Savannah Bananas as we head into the 9th inning. Remember that in the game of banana ball, the final inning counts the most, where every run counts for a point. That means the party animals have a chance here to make their comeback. Or alternatively, the Bananas can hang on and win the whole thing. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the final inning.
The young professor does not lie as we finish the 8th with about 3 minutes on the clock. The 2-hour time limit no longer matters. The party animals down 3 points. Will have to score that many runs to tie the game or more to take their first lead of the night.
And just when it appeared like this game might only go 8 innings, I mean, the Bananas doing exactly what they needed to do to move this game into the 9th. Only 5 pitches issued from Brandon Sherman that resulted in that Bananas walk-off.
How about Dalton Malden? Only his 2nd run scored of the tour. The only other time he touched home plate successfully was back on April 1st.
Yeah, I misspoke. Okay, Josh, I was wrong. We had plenty of time. And we're going to get the whole game in.
Kyle, I'm going to regret. I feel like I'm going to regret asking this, but I'm going to do it. I guess you could say I'm a glutton for punishment. Do you miss me, love me when I'm not around?
With this being the top of the 9th, we're 3 outs away from pulling this win out if the party animals don't score. So I'm going to have to actually, unfortunately, head out of the booth to go back down to get ready to do Soul Train with the boys whenever we, in fact, do pull this win out, because Danny Hosley's on the mound. He's the best pitcher in the whole entire universe. So, Biko, it was a blast having you, or allowing you for me to be up here. Everybody watching at home, I can't thank you guys enough. To the Luigs family that's probably watching in Oklahoma City somewhere. Super pumped to see you guys at the game tomorrow. It's been far too long. Let's see, am I missing anything here? Did I get it all?
Sounds like everything to me.
I feel pretty good about that.
Yep,
love you guys,
good.
Banana Nation. You guys have been awesome. You guys continue to be awesome. I love Oklahoma City. I love you all. And I hope nobody roots against my demise tomorrow on the mound.
Kyle's certainly playing with fire there. Josh Josh, do you think you will be rooting for his demise on the mound tomorrow?
TBD. I'm reconsidering everything I put in that PowerPoint a couple weeks ago, though.
Yeah, in Kansas City, so much has changed since you forsake me as your best friend and replace me with Kyle Lugas. Justin Bieber puts a charge in this to left. Hasta la noche. No, foul ball. Goodness gravy, I thought that thing was ticketed for Flaming Lips Alley. I'm not sure how that thing stayed in the ballpark.
Justin Bieber, all smiles, but that is an unfortunate first way to collect a foul ball homer.
It's a fact, and a fan could have made a catch on that. They do not. Still a 0-2 count on Babes. 1 for 3 on the night. Single and a couple ground outs, both to the left side. 1 to short, 1 to third. 10-1 and 2 for the Party Animals. And Hosley continues to pound the zone. Nasty 12-6 curveball. And we have not given the two-way superstar the attention we really should be giving, as the Kyle and Josh feud enveloped us as he exited the booth. But Danny Hosley is the best pitcher in the history of Banana Ball.
Can confirm this is true. By the way, 21 straight appearances for Danny Hosley with a strikeout after collecting that one on Justin Bieber. And we touched on ERA plus earlier in this broadcast. After crunching the numbers, again, 100 is the league average ERA plus. Danny Hosley's 380. He is almost 4 times better than the average Banana Ball pitcher.
And nobody else is really close to 200. You had Delano and Porter.
Delano at 166, Dylan Porter 122.
Those are the closest two guys to Hosley. At 380, just in case you didn't get that the first time Josh said it. It's video game numbers as count full on the switch hitting center fielder Reese Hampton. 2 for 4 on the night, a single, a double, and a run scored.
It's Danny Hosley's world. We're living in it, man.
It's a fact, had a walk-off at the dish tonight. He gets Hampton on the nasty changeup, which is truly where the George Mason kid makes his bacon. And the Party Animals down to their final out. Hosley's 380 ERA plus would be the 4th best in Major League Baseball history. And the only 3 that were better than him, well, the most recent time that happened was 1947. He was in about 60 innings. And he's thrown 30 innings on the tour. Now 30 2/3 with 47 strikeouts.
I think one of the things about Danny Hosley, just one of the highest compliments, is that former Major Leaguer Bill Lee has told me that he fully believes Danny Hosley could close in Major League Baseball right now.
That's high praise. Party Animals down to their final strike. Danny lets the bender drift outside the zone. Lytle 2 for 4 on the night. A single, a double, a ribeye, a run scored. And the count 2-2 on the hometown kid. That ball looped towards left, deep, barreling in. He's gonna have to take it on a hop. And life for the Party Animals. As the man out of Oklahoma City University is 3 for 5 now.
Yeah, it's been a nice homecoming tonight for Joe Lytle. He has been very productive at the top of the order, and I think it's going to make Mike Babasis and Sam Claycamp possibly reconsider putting Lytle in that 2-hole or high up in the order tomorrow as well.
Now Bryson Bloomer, tied with Reese Hampton for the tour lead in batting average, but 0 for 3 tonight. He's fouled out to a fan, reached on an error, popped out, and was caught trying to steal first base, when in no way was he trying to steal first base. But that's a tale for another time. We've already cooked that goose tonight. 1-1 to the Boomer. And for For the second time in as many hitters, Party Animals are down to their final strike. Check swing, did he go? It doesn't matter. Bloomer's off for first. He's going to successfully steal it. That time he really was trying to swipe the bag. And with 2 down, a single and a steal of first base has the game's tying run coming up to the dish in the form of Dalton Cornett.
What a way for the Party Animals to rally. Really intelligent decision by Bryson Bloomer, seeing the ball bounce away, knowing it's a very big foul territory behind home plate, and getting that game-tying run up at the plate.
This one lifted to shallow left. Deep coming in. Cox going out, makes the call, and the catch! Bananas win 4-1. Danny Hosley picks up his tour-leading 8th save. And the Nanners are a game away from being at 500 on the tour. They're now 17 and 18 as the Party Animals drop to 15 and 12. And the Nanners are a win away from taking the Sooner State. We'll throw it down to Bill Leroy as he shouts out himself and his teammates for their fine work this evening.
Ladies and gentlemen, get your hands together. One last time to celebrate Bananas win. Next, we got one of our coaches, Coach Adam Barrett and Coach Tyler Gila. And Coach I Entertain
doesn't look like a soul has left the full capacity Chickasaw Bricktown Ballpark for the entire Nanners victory celebration. Biko Scala alongside Josh Chalevsky, thank you so much for sticking around with us. The Bananas beat the Party Animals 4-1. And just like we were going into last Saturday, the boys in yellow are one win away from getting back to 500.
Yeah, the Bananas have been very good about getting the first win of the series. They've done this in each of their last 3 series, dating back to Grayson Stadium a couple weekends ago. And it was a really solid win. Credit the Bananas. They scored in every inning tonight except for 2. And the Party Animals, they were putting up a battle, especially the 4th and 5th innings, getting some points or runs, and the Bananas able to battle back and keep them at a stalemate, 1 point apiece, and then tack on their 3 points in the 6th, 7th, and 8th inning to claim the 4-1 victory tonight.
I'll tell you what, a turning point tonight was when the Party Animals would have won the 4th inning 1-0 if Tanner Thomas didn't attempt his second trick play of the night. I mean, this is one of these things. There was nobody on base, one away. You want these guys to go for him in all these situations. He doesn't get it. That guy comes around to score. All of a sudden, it's a tied inning. Party Animals never get to lead this ballgame because of that.
And I think we saw a couple defensive miscues. We saw some errors in the infield. Bryson Bloomer in the 5th inning led to more runs for the Bananas. I think that's really what kind of did them in. Again, we traditionally see the Party Animals play it a lot safer on the road. Now, they went out and tried to do some cool things, but unfortunately, it did hinder them tonight.
Let's shout out our winner of the Hokas giveaway. That's why you're still watching the postgame show, Becca Pomeranz. Congratulations, Becca Pomeranz. Thanks for playing along every single broadcast that we are doing, from this one here in Game 37 all the way through Game 87 in Cooperstown in September. We will be giving away a free pair of Hokas. Becca, you are our lucky winner tonight. Hopefully you put all the information in there. Well, you definitely did, or else you wouldn't have been chosen. So a hearty congrats from us in the booth. We will be live tomorrow night at 6:30 p.m. Central Time. 6:30 p.m. Central Time for pregame show, 7 p.m. Central for first pitch, as the Bananas are 1 win away from winning the state of Oklahoma. Boy, what a feather in the cap it would be for the Nanners, who going into tomorrow's game are still 3 games behind the Party Animals in the season series.
Yeah, and we haven't seen them collect a sweep since the Jacksonville series from March the 4th and March the 5th. And technically, this is kind of a 3-game series if you include the Tulsa game, but they could sweep just the series here in Oklahoma City, and that would be a huge win for the Bananas.
Yeah, that's a fact. That was the 4th stop on the tour. This is stop 13. Technically, Tulsa on Monday night will be stop 14. We are so happy to be in the Sooner State. The vibe tonight was immaculate from everybody here in OKC. And I'll tell you what, the Los Angeles Dodgers, their AAA affiliate, beautiful ballpark, tremendous organization. I can't thank the staff here enough for how much they've welcomed us with open arms and let us borrow some of their really high-tech cameras and tap into their system. This is a good place, Josh.
It's been a real joy to be around the folks here within the Oklahoma Dodgers organization. And man, the ballpark is just fantastic. Great vibes all around. And I think we're in store for another fun game tomorrow night.
That's a fact. So the Nanners and Party Animals do battle again tomorrow evening here on YouTube. Can't wait to see you there. Before we shut this thing down, let's look at some of the best moments tonight and shout out the crew that made them all possible. It all starts in Savannah, where they are an hour in the future compared to us here in OKC, and Griffin Ellis, our technical director for all of our broadcasts on the tour, the brains behind all our tech. Great work, Griff. Our director, Keegan Wood, so great to have you back calling the shots. Keeg, our video legend, Mr. Chris Sachi, giving you the highlights that you saw before the game and during the heading to the second inning, when we were shouting out Dylan Porter for winning Showman of the Night last weekend. Kwanzi on the audio, one name, you know him, you love him. He's pressing all the right buttons. On replay, Jalen Johnson giving you this beautiful melt that you see here right now and all the replays tonight. Julia Massey on the graphics, Michael Basista on the scorebug. That is a 2-headed monster, and they are superb. Here in Oklahoma City, Emerson Elmgren on the first base camera, the Iron Horse of BTV in her 392nd straight game working the first base camera. On third base, Colton Cooper, member of the Oklahoma Dodgers organization. Thanks for popping on a camera. In center field, the same goes for Andy Gibson. The two of you were superb on the low home camera and flying the drone. Check that. On the drone, Mr. Nick Keldy. On the roaming camera, Chris Haynes. I kind of think that Nick Keldy was on low homes as well, but it says Chris on my list. I'm going to overpower that. Our moderators in the chat, Katrissa Ballet and Colbite. You guys are absolutely dynamite. And a special thanks to AJ Navarro and David Jones for giving us such a great setup here and preparing us for a successful broadcast tonight. Josh Talevsky on the color commentary and all the stats you could ever desire. You killed it tonight, brother.
Vico, always a pleasure. I enjoy calling games with you in the booth immensely, and I'm happy to call you my best friend, not Kyle Lewis.
Good to get that on the record. Great work, Playboy.